Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I want to address a question that I am asked so much by my clients, by my audience. And it is, Ruby, how do you come up with all of your content ideas? How do you never run out? How do you come up with the ideas for what to sell? I'm going to give away a secret today, which is really probably not so secret, but I just haven't seen many people talk about this as a tool. And I think if you haven't yet played around with this tool, which is free, by the way, you're sleeping on something that could really help you get that spark back and have you see that you actually have so many ideas right under your nose, but you're not willing to look at that. You're looking at all of the trends. You're looking at what others are doing. This is really going to bring you back on your path so that you can keep on the straight and narrow, continue serving your audience deeply, and actually make content that sounds and feels like you. So let's cut to the chase. This secret weapon, if you haven't heard of it already, it is absolutely free. It is called notebooklm by Google, by the way. It is free, so you can go ahead and check it out right now. I will take you to the actual page in a second, but just so you get a really nice sense of what it is, notebooklm is a smart notebook, and it's smart because it is going to pretty much draw from the sources that you put into it. It's not drawing from a generic AI, cache of information. It's literally only drawing from whatever it is that you choose to feed it, whatever information you choose to put behind the notebook itself. And it's just fantastic. Like, it'll help you come up with content ideas and different course angles. And especially if you're someone who's like, I am so lost as soon as I sit there, and you might do like the Sex and the City Carrie Bradshaw thing where the cursor is just like flashing at you and you're like, what am I supposed to write today to bring more clients and to bring more people into, my world? Well, I'm hoping that this is just going to be another tool that you can reach to that actually works and understands your coaching style. And it's just another extension of how AI can really help you. Now, I'm guessing by now, most of you, I know not all of you, but most of you are using AI in some way to help you expand your business, to help you collapse time, to help you come up with different angles that you might not have thought about. So this is literally going to be another tool that you can also look to if for whatever reason ChatGPT is just sort of annoying you right now and it's just, not doing its thing, because sometimes it goes through stages and phases, right? So this is where I want you to go. If you go into one of your browsers and you click on notebooklm.google, it'll take you to its landing page or homepage. All you need to do is download the app. You can click get the app and then you can do the thing, scan the QR code. I just log in through my Google account, which will be the next prompt after that. And once you're there, it'll take you to a beautiful, easy landing page. You can actually see, like, just on the sliders down here, what it looks like, which is so nice. You can use it on your iPhone. I'm using mine on my iPad, pretty much anywhere, right? But wherever it is that you feel is where you create the most amount of content, download it there first. Now, I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what my notebook LM looks like. But first, I want you to think about, I'm just going to get off this slidey page. I want you to think about some of the best posts that you've written in the last 6 months, or any PDFs or resources or meditations or anything like that that you've made. It can come in the form of a written slab of, text. It can be a YouTube video. It can be a PDF. And it can even just be like another, video source content or something like that. But think about what it is that you could upload into notebooklm that's going to tell it what it is that you would like to draw from. So maybe you've actually even had an awesome coaching call and you've had that transcribed and there's notes from it. You can upload that into notebooklm, which is absolutely amazing. Obviously, you can take out all of your private client information, but just like giving it a theme of these questions are what my most ideal clients need help with. And these are their notes. So get the themes from the notes itself. You could also upload into notebooklm an outline of your signature method, or maybe even, this is something that's quite fun, that if you're open to doing it, where is mine? Uploading like a journal entry. This is my beautiful journal. And then on the inside, I have like obviously written all of my secrets, not really, but just the things that I am calling in and that I'm focused on and the goals for my business, I might take a photo of that and upload this into notebooklm. So it can just kind of draw from all of my hopes and dreams and the content, the trainings, the methodology, and the examples that I'm using in and out of my coaching business as well. So once you've got those ideas in your mind, and you definitely don't need much, like even if you only have, I'm going to say 3 to 5 really solid pieces of content, you can work with notebooklm and it will give you so many ideas already. That's going to get you started. If you don't have much content, I want to help you reframe that. Like if you've ever written a single Instagram caption or a LinkedIn article, or you have an email that you sent to a prospective client and you're explaining your services, or you've jotted down ideas in your notes app, all of that is content. You can upload it, let notebooklm help you build it from there. Just think of it as your own content brain, and you only need a few thoughts to start training it, and it will continue to give you more and more aligned pieces of content and information as well. So then you can ask it really hyper-specific questions, all right? So let me show you what's behind the scenes of my notebooklm. I know it's really tiny, but you can see here I have uploaded 26 pieces of information. I'm very organized with this because I want it to tell me which sources it's drawing from when I'm asking it a particular question. So what you see here is actually PDF transcripts of all of my courses. Actually, not all of my courses, 26 of my courses. You guys, I have been a very busy coach for the last 6 years. I literally have hundreds and hundreds of pieces of content that I have put into my masterminds and my memberships, and it goes on and on. But these are the 26 that I've selected so far for notebooklm to be trained to my thinking and my voice. So, there's really cool ones in here. There's a nice mix of business energetics and strategy and tactical and operational. You get the gist. And I'll just show you on the inside. So this was about how I made 100K in my first 100 days of business. And it was a video. So this is literally the full transcription right here. And it's a source of content for notebooklm to draw from. So if I ever have a question around create content around a 6-figure business owner create content for a business owner who would like to hit 6 figures, it will more than likely draw from 100K in 100 days, and also look for other resources where I've referenced this story or I've referenced a strategy that's worked really, really well for me. Like, isn't it so cool? I just still can't believe that this is absolutely free to access. Now you can see I've just sort of flipped over to chat. So the chat component is so similar to ChatGPT. You can see you just pop in your question into the bar here. And like the question I've asked it down here is give me 5 content ideas. So one thing I will note, please, about notebooklm is it is a slower processor than ChatGPT. So be patient with it instead of it immediately giving you, like amazing slabs of content, which doesn't really sound like you, but you know how with ChatGPT, it like literally does it in 1 second. It's just wild. notebooklm is like a little slower. She's taking her time. She's finding her resources. And when I say taking her time, instead of it being 1 second, it's maybe 1 minute, but it can sometimes feel like ages. So that's something to just note. Pardon the pun, notebooklm. You see what I did there? Anyway, something to note that it is a slightly slower processor, but that's all good. So just to give you an example, I've asked for 5 content ideas and, I just wanted to generally see what it would produce. It says here, share your origin story or how it started versus how it's going content. I love that. So it's really drawing on something that's trending at the moment as well. That's definitely something that I'm seeing everywhere, and gives me guidance on what exactly to talk about. And then if I click on the source component, look at this. So it's drawn from 5K Consulting Coaching Blueprint, Content Jam, Storytelling for Business, Magnetic Personal Branding, and New and Noteworthy. So it's literally drawn from these 5 PDFs, and it's given me a lot of like different angles to go with. Now, obviously, if I want to go deeper in that, I would prompt it again to say, I really like the first idea. Can you keep going with that? Give me 10 different carousel ideas that I could use based off my course content. Absolutely so cool. Like, I just think It's unbelievable. Okay, so now I'm going to help you use notebooklm a little bit better. I'm going to give you some ideas. Now, the tip here is to use really, really hyper-specific questions, okay? Like, I know I just showed you a very sort of generalized one. Don't do what I just did, but I just wanted to chuck something in there to see what it would produce. I want you to think about questions that you or your audience would be asking. And you can't just wait for ideas to fall out of the sky and for notebooklm to make it, so amazing for you. You have to give it very hyper-specific prompts. So let's say you're a coach who coaches on confidence, right? You would pop in all of your content, whatever you've decided to feed into notebooklm, and in the chat, I would put in something really specific, like, what's a new angle on imposter syndrome? And then hyper-specific for coaches building their six-figure business. Okay, so see how absolutely hyper-specific this is. It's so clear what you're wanting the notebooklm to generate for you. Another idea could be, how can I turn my clients' testimonials into a carousel series for Instagram, especially for my audience members who are brand new to confidence coaching? Something along those lines. If you want to ask it questions around sales, again, you can be super hyper specific, and it could be something like, what 11, this is just a number I pulled from the sky, $11 offer could I create from my mini course? And then you can actually even call up the mini course and to say the mini course named Confidence for Coaches 101. Every answer is going to be generated based on your tone, your vibe, and also your past work. So it's not ChatGPT style, generic, double hyphens, like the way that you kind of read through some of the ChatGPT responses and you're like, what? This is coded in your own energy and it's remixed with a little bit of AI, which I love. I think sometimes with ChatGPT, it feels like it's coded off the AI energy with a little bit of you. This is the other way around, okay? So if you're saying to me right now, I really don't like any of my old content, honestly, I think that is a good thing because you now get to feed notebooklm the kind of content that you want to be known for. So even if, let's say, you used it in the opposite way and said, hey, this is a course that I made and this is content I made and I don't like this. This is the opposite of really where I want to be and I want to change things up. You could feed that in also as information of don't create content that looks like this. Okay, so I think that's actually really fun to use it in that way as well. And then notebooklm might help you actually generate content that you love. All right, we're back into my notebooklm. I'm going to cut and paste this question in. Based on this $27 PDF, what would be a good bump offer for $9? Now, let's say the PDF that I want to go off here is, design your first mastermind. So we're going to paste that back in. Okay, let's give it a second or a minute. Fast forward. Hold music, please. Okay, so here it is. And that literally took, 20 seconds. So it's saying for the Design Your First Mastermind offer, a highly effective bump for the offer would be the $9 2025 playbook. What do you know? That is exactly what happens when you buy the $27 offer, you get the 2025 $9 playbook. So we've absolutely used the advice here, which is awesome. And then it goes on to say, here is why it would be a really good fit. Now, if you didn't already have something else to bump into, then, and a bump is basically just when you go through the drive-thru at McDonald's, you order your burger and they say, would you like, to upsize, or would you like to add fries with that? That's what a bump is in the online world. So if you don't already have a bump in place, or you don't have anything else that you can offer, again, you can go back to notebooklm to be like, what is it that I could create from scratch to supplement this $27 offer and create a $9 bump from it? So it's really cool. I think it's just going to give you a lot of different ways that you can ask it questions, that you can play around with it. Another question you could ask is something like, what would make this $27 course or $47 course feel like an irresistible deal? Like, oh, it's so good. Really hyper-specific questions, okay? And I'm telling you, notebooklm has helped me so much. It's helped me map out like a 3-day mini launch. It's helped me map out emails that I can write based off past testimonials. It has helped me write new titles for PDFs that maybe didn't sell so well the first time. And I'll feed it in all the content, all the information, and I'll say, look, can you please give me a better PDF name? But also you get the whole feel of the business. You get my languaging. It will also draw from the other sources that you've already put into it. And I just think that is so fantastic because, again, it's like your brain that's being accessed, okay? Now, if you're someone who is like, I am so scared of AI and it just freaks you out, I want you to know that notebooklm is not a techie heavy platform. It feels like Google Docs. It feels like Instagram. It's like a friend that helps you riff on ideas. I promise you there's no complicated dashboards. Again, if you have a look at the interface here, and it's given you like, a little look into what is on the inside. If you know how to use Facebook, you will know how to use notebooklm. And it's just conversations that you're having with your content. If you can copy and paste into a Google document, you can definitely use notebooklm. And if you're running a coaching business in 2025, I promise you this will become such an incredible secret weapon if you let it. Stop relying on just ChatGPT. I love it. I really love ChatGPT. But you know what I mean when it just doesn't really feel like you. It feels like somebody else's content, or I don't know, it's just so generic. This is going to really help you come up with such better ideas. And I think also just like a cleaner way that you can start to have a better relationship with your content overall. So, whether you're someone who is like starting from scratch as a coach, I mean, I wish I had this head start from the beginning. I'd be putting in all of the content that I'd been learning and all of the information that I've been drawing on. And I'd be, popping in my notes from masterminds that I've been in so that it can calibrate to my energy. It would help me really build a branding message from scratch, which is awesome. And for those of you who are lent into my channel because I've been documenting my entire process of literally going from high ticket coaching to adding in a low ticket passive funnel that's paying me daily now, well, this is going to really help you create some daily offer ideas. And it's like an amazing tool that's basically going to help you meet you where you're at. It'll help you create really magnetic content and sales offers from your brilliance, not somebody else's, or not like a big cachet of information. All right. So I hope that this has been really helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments if you would like some extra prompts for notebooklm, or if you'd like to jam on anything. Open it up, download it, give it a try. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. I'll definitely try and come back to every single one of your comments as well. And definitely go and check out some of these other videos here and here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.